Welcome to the Ralph E. Johnson Jr. YouTube channel, where we have thought-provoking videos. Whenever we have a discussion about the killing of a human being, it is always an extremely serious topic. It is a topic that ignites visceral emotions that may leave loved ones scarred forever. Such as the killing of Mr. Timothy Reynolds, 48-year-old father of 3. It is a senseless tragedy that should have never happened. Tavon Scott, who was 14 years old at the time of the killing, was convicted of manslaughter and 2 gun charges in reference to Mr. Timothy Reynolds' killing. It is a serious topic that warrants a serious discussion. Here's my assessment of the entire situation. First and foremost, I would like to offer my deep-hearted condolences to the Reynolds family on your loss. This is a tragedy that reflects how we settle our disputes in society. It is the American way. In fact, it is the way of the world. It seems like diplomacy is off the table in the heat of the moment. Many of these disputes are avoidable, yet we allow unrestrained emotions to allow them to escalate in a heartbeat. It shouldn't matter who's right or wrong, but who's smart enough to understand that it's just not worth it. In the case of Squeegee workers, if someone do not want your services, just keep on. Move on to the next person. This is what you call business. In the case of motorists, if someone is harassing you or threatening you, just go ahead and move on. Call the police. Let them do their job. Among other things, this is a cautionary tale of what can happen when we allow our emotions to win. It is also a warning of the things that can happen when children have access to illegal guns. The prosecution said that Tavon had the gun. The defense said that Tavon did not have the gun. Whatever the case, children had access to an illegal gun. Something negative was bound to happen sooner or later anyway. It is well documented that when children have access to illegal guns, something deadly is bound to happen. In regards to the actions of Mr. Reynolds, all of us are faced with the temptations to aggressively react to people who annoy us. Sometimes it's definitely understandable to get angry. But if there is no imminent threat to us or our loved ones, we have to deal with the situation in a calm manner. We have to deal with it in another way. I know it's easier said than done, but sometimes the hardest things are best for everyone. Particularly in this day and time, we have to walk away or call the police. We have to look at the big picture. We have to look at our families, our jobs, our freedom, our health. We have to remember this is only a moment that shall pass. In spite of the economic challenges of squeegee workers, we must remember that it is against the law to squeegee. The law clearly states a person may not stand in a roadway to solicit a ride, employment, or business from a driver. For years, this law has been ignored, danced around, politicized, and ultimately not enforced. Now it has gotten totally out of control and the public is suffering the consequences. Public officials should not decide whether a law should be enforced or not. If the law is on the books, it must be enforced, especially when the health and safety of squeegee workers as well as the general public are at stake. If leaders do not want to enforce the law, we have to simply vote them out of office until we can find leaders who are willing to protect their constituents. This tragedy is a no-win situation for everyone. We live in a society where people have different needs, different values, and different personalities. Oftentimes, our realities clash in a negative way. Our responsibility is to make sure those negative experiences do not have tragic outcomes. Treat people as you want to be treated. For more thought-provoking videos, subscribe to the Ralph E. Johnson Jr. YouTube channel. We really need your support to help the channel grow. God bless you.